Let's do this. All right, we're golden. So we made it to Colorado. All the gear showed up, bows here, cameras here. But now we got a beautiful 6-hour drive up to South Dakota. Talked to the outfitter tonight and he found a bunch of birds this afternoon. So the weather today was gorgeous, but it's supposed to get a little bit chilly as on Tuesday. I think we're supposed to get some snow. So standard spring that we've been having this year. A foot of snow one day, 70 degrees the next. But it should be a pretty good week. I'm excited to get up there. I can't wait to start hunting this week.
Travis and Megan started Nomad Adventures roughly 4 years ago with the goal of sharing their passion and providing dream opportunities for hunters all across the world, from Alaska to New Zealand to here in the Black Hills. Tyler and I arrived really late or really early, whichever way you look at it. And by the time that we got there, Megan and Travis were heading out to go find birds of their own. So him and I decided to catch a little bit of sleep and wait for them to get back and hear what the turkeys are doing.
Let's see if we can get them before that front comes in. It's painful for me to think that it's going to be snowy and miserable in a very short amount of time.
I mean, it's weird. It'll snow up here, but then down low it'll just be rain. But it looks like it's not going to be as much as what it, so it's supposed to stop at like 6 tomorrow morning.
That ain't bad.
No, so it's just going to be tonight. Hopefully just overnight.
Yeah.
So then they'll be going nuts in the morning. But
There.
this is a nice view, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. Would not object to waking up to that every morning. Sadly, the world lost Travis this past February. This episode is dedicated to Travis and the legacy Megan is carrying on. This hunt was special to us for a lot of reasons. Just coming out here at the Black Hills and hunting these big Merriams, but it's remembered for much more now.
There they are right there.
Birds?
Yep.
Driving out to get tags, this was the first that I was able to see South Dakota in the daylight, and just blown away by how beautiful the scenery is out here. But then you get into these small towns, Deadwood and Spearfish, and you see the architecture and you start interacting with people and you realize this is such a special region to come and visit.
How's that going? Can you see everything all right? Good.
He's got his Bret Hart shades on. He can see everything.
We got him treed. Let's go, boys. Let's get in there and see what we got.
We hadn't seen these guys since NWTF, so it took a few minutes to catch up, see how their morning hunt was, and then we took a short little trip into Rapid City to go pick up tags before heading out to go roost some birds for tomorrow morning.
Stay in his honker.
I bought tags in a bunch of different states, and South Dakota was extremely painless. The folks there were awesome. They gave us a lot of good information about the area, and then told us a little bit more about what South Dakota has to offer.
This is my first trip out here. There's millions of acres of public land that's here between South Dakota and Wyoming. So if you're coming out here for hunting, fishing, hiking, just general sightseeing, it's well worth it. The Black Hills region of South Dakota is absolutely stunning.
On our way back, Travis wanted to take us to a spot that he knew that there was a good population of birds. Pulled up to the first spot, ripped the call, one immediately lit up. But because of the time that we had left before dark, we decided to not push that bird, come at him first thing tomorrow morning. While we were out looking for birds, we could feel the temperature dropping. On our way back up to the camp, up on top of the mountain, you can start to see the snow coming down, and we get to the camp, there's already a couple inches of snow on the ground. Megan's got some awesome elk burgers rocking on the grill.
How do they look?
We're just excited to hang out at camp for a little while and chat more about turkeys and wake up tomorrow morning and get after these guys. And even with this front coming in, Travis is really optimistic that tomorrow is going to be a good day.
So what happened today?
We didn't shoot one in the face. Otherwise, we located a bunch of birds and everything was cool.
Yeah, then what happened?
And then we drove down the road And then we sat there and called and got some more to gobble. More birds to chase tomorrow, fresh blood. So I'm excited about that.
Good. Well, it's our first morning here in South Dakota. Blessed with some fantastic weather this morning. We got 3 inches of snow last night. When we got here, it was in the 60s. Yesterday, during the day, it was pretty nice, and then switched over to rain. This big front came through, dropped 3 inches of snow on us last night. It's still going. Tomorrow, it's supposed to be in the 60s again, so I have no idea what it's going to do to these birds. We had one bird hit off the roost up behind us. But we'll see what happens today. The spot we're in right now is just a known strut zone for them. It's a good crossing, so we'll see how today goes. There's a deer right up behind me over here, coming out into the field. Nope. Wind blowing right at him. They didn't go far, they just went another 20 yards behind us. There's definitely not a shortage of deer here. Yeah, keep blowing. Go find me a turkey. I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. When the sun came up over top of the mountain that first morning, it was rather breathtaking. Didn't really anticipate on it being a snowstorm all day, but I'd be lying if I said I was disappointed in that. It was absolutely gorgeous to be out there and to see that landscape like that. I was kind of spoiled to get a spring snowstorm. It didn't really affect the animals that much either. It was nice. We saw enough deer make you go cross-eyed. Had a big flock of birds that came in. They didn't really want to cooperate, but we had birds talking, and it really set the stage for what was going to be a really fun, awesome week. There's a bird, turkey up on top of the hill. We tried everything that we could on that first flock that came in. They really didn't move far. They just stayed down in this little valley out of the elements. So we tried to get out in front of them, rip the call a little bit, see if we can entice a couple of the gobblers to come off of the group. But they really weren't interested. So hopefully this afternoon, as temperatures warm up and some of the snow melts off, we'll be able to connect on one of these big South Dakota longbeards. It's evening day 2. We wrapped things up from this morning. On our way out, we got a bunch of birds to go, but they just wouldn't close the distance, so we decided to back out of there. We got access to another private property. The landowner said there's been a couple big toms that have been coming in the back field, so we came over here, set up. It's early in the afternoon. As we were setting up the blinds, all over to our left, there was a hen yelping. So we'll see what happens. The weather changed again, which is, I'll take this over what it was this morning. It's supposed to be in the 60s tomorrow again. So we'll give it a go tonight. If it doesn't happen tonight, we got a good plan for tomorrow morning.
But before those two got into that opening, there was one that ran down the hill towards us. Yeah, they're coming.
The turkey hunting here in the Black Hill region can be tough, it can be mind-boggling, but it can be very rewarding at the same time. There's hills, there's fields, there's timber, there's the whole 9 yards, and there's a lot of birds. And most hunters enjoy coming out and giving it their most, and they're rewarded.
That was probably the most hard-fought turkey I think anybody's ever had to get. Travis, thanks for finding this bird, man.
No problem, man.
You couldn't make up this story if you tried.
I just happened to hear some putting and a bird flew up in the tree, and it happened to be him. And I was like, why would he do that? And all of a sudden I see this fox prancing around the tree, and he somehow got up there, and he was on the same limb as him, and they were fighting back and forth. The bird bails out of the tree, and then so does the fox. And they ran across the field, and he was dragging on his fan feathers and whatnot. And next thing you know, he's dead. And he started eating on him. I ran out there, and it was him.
Yeah,
So,
this is absolutely the bird. You can see where the broadhead went in and out on both sides. It was exactly how I thought. I hit forward a little bit.
It started out as an exciting day. I mean, the birds are still gobbling over to the right behind us. But yeah, this bird, you can see on the front where the fox started to rip it apart a little bit, and the fan looks like it's seen better days. He's missing some feathers. But other than that, I mean, this Merriam's got a little bit more gold in him than he does with the white. But this is the first gold one that we've seen. All the other birds that we've seen have been snow white.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't change the fact it's still a gorgeous bird.
And any bird with a bow is pretty good.
Yeah, it's there's a very small spot where you can actually put these birds down, and
They're going nuts yet. How many times do you think we've heard them gobble today? They've all gobbled 100 times apiece. They're gonna need some NyQuil and some hulls just to get through the night, I think.
How's this fan look? Is it kind of
Missing some feathers. I didn't even know a fox could climb a tree that high. Unreal. We're gonna head into Lead, South Dakota, get some fuel, head to the southern hills where there's no snow, see if we can strike up a conversation with a town turkey.
where are we going?
We're gonna hike down this hill here, go up on that far ridge, turn and work our way back, just make some noise on the way, see if we can't get a response. Heard some gobblers in here last week, never went after them, so hopefully they're still around. Snow and the weather shouldn't have pushed them out too much. What do you think?
In between the little spurts of wind here, we should be able to get one to gobble.
Mm-hmm.
They've been awfully gobbly the past couple of days, and even in the snow.
Growing up, reading the articles, looking at the photos in NWTF magazine about the Merriam gobblers that inhabit the Black Hills here in South Dakota has always made me want to come here and hunt these beautiful birds. Me and Travis worked our butts off. These turkeys were just wearing us out. We got hard snow the second day that we were in camp, and the turkeys kind of shut down, bunched back up, and as soon as that snow melted, the turkeys transitioned into a completely different stage of the breeding cycle. The turkeys broke up and the gobblers were spending their daytime strutting in the shade and the shadows up on these evergreen ridges courting hens. It's very difficult to call in a turkey, especially if they're in this period of the breeding cycle.
First longbeard I've ever shot on my birthday, baby. One and done. South Dakota. Here with my main man Travis. Nomad Adventures.
Persistence pays off, and we just kept after it. You just got to stay on them and keep pushing and, you know, create enough opportunities, and eventually it's all going to pay off. We've been hiking ridges and mountains up and down these black hills. We walked in, I sat down, I'm like, I like this spot. You know, the turkey came down off the mountaintop and the group of hens just fed right by us and dragged this bird right out in front of us, and I killed him at about 15 steps. So, and it's been the hardest earned bird that I've personally ever killed. I can't be more proud of this bird. I mean, I can't thank Travis enough, and Jeremy for inviting me out here, and Megan for her awesome cooking and hospitality. Book your hunt today with Travis, and I promise you it'll be an experience that you'll never forget.
Birthday.
April 28th. Today's the day that I turned 25, so that means I've been hunting turkeys for 21 years now. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of longbeards.
Whether you knew Travis for 5 minutes or 5 years, there was a certain spirit and energy about him that really caused you to look at life a little differently. Travis lived his life with no regrets. He didn't make excuses. He just went out and did it. And he enjoyed life because of it.
If you're looking to hunt here in the Black Hills for turkey or anywhere around the world, look us up at Nomad Adventures. And just remember, don't talk about it, be about it. Like Mount Rushmore is right over here. And then you got like Custer State Park right down here. It's a pretty nice map on the back of the truck. There's real ones you can buy.